There is a crumb on my kitchen counter. Big on devil. How are y'all today? I'm fantastic. So Thanksgiving just happened. I hope y'all had a great holiday. I had an amazing Thanksgiving. Thank you for asking. I was with family. I ate me some pumpkin pie. It was a good day. So anyways, today's video is gonna be a very fun taste test, or a very scary one. A few weeks back, I taste tested the worst reviewed restaurant in my area, and y'all loved it. I had so much fun doing it. It turned out it wasn't that disgusting. There were some good items and some bad ones, but it was not that bad. I thought today, why not taste test the worst reviewed Mexican restaurant in my area? I love Mexican food. I think it's my favorite kind of food, actually. It is so delicious. Burritos, tacos, quesadillas, tortillas. They all snatched me. I think that I actually did the worst reviewed challenge wrong last video. I just went on Uber Eats and I found like the lowest reviewed restaurant on there, but this time I actually went on Yelp, which has like all the restaurants, and I found the Mexican restaurant with the lowest rating out of all of them in my area, like literally all of them. Now I think it is a smaller like restaurant chain. I don't think it's a big one, so I'm not gonna be telling y'all the name. I don't wanna hurt anybody's businesses or lives, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna stay out of that. But this restaurant did have less than 2 stars on Yelp out of like hundreds and hundreds of reviews, less than 2. So I'm just hoping it all goes well. I did get a lot of items, I think about 13 or 14. Okay, so I got the Chimichanga suizo. Whatever suizo means, I don't know, but chimichanga, I'm here for it. It's a deep fried burrito. We love that for us. Chocolate cake, guacamole and chips, cheese quesadilla, a tamale. Oh, I love tamales. That's my dog's name. Cheeseburger with fries. A Mexican restaurant has a cheeseburger. I gotta try that. Al pastor tacos. I think that's like pork tacos, right? Chips and salsa. 4 leches, which means 4 milks, in case if you're not half Cuban like I am. You white ass bitch. I have had 3 leches. It is basically a cakey dessert where they poke holes in the cake and they put like condensed milk and different milks on it, and it just becomes like a soggy deliciousness. But this is 4 leches, 4 leches. So we will see how this is. I haven't had that before. And then I also got enchiladas, Mexican rice, and refried beans. So I am so ready. Y'all know I'm not that picky, so I might like it even if it is trashy. Who knows? It might be great. I don't know. Let's start unboxing all the food, okay? So first things first, we got the chocolate cake, I think, which looks like a sandwich. Wait. Ew. Oh, the 4 leches. The milks have dripped into the bag. There is gooey milk everywhere, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm kind of scared now. Okay, we have a leakage. Wow. Okay, so this is their chocolate cake. This looks incredible. It's a circular shape. In the middle, I think it has caramel. Y'all see that? It's like a sandwich. And on top it has like a chocolate frosting and little like gold beads. This looks really good. What the hell? That snatched me. Wow. Okay, so let's just get this leches out of the bag. So this is what I was talking about. This is the milky cake. A lot of the milk has dripped out, but I'm sure it's still very moist. It typically comes with whipped cream on top, and it's just very soggy. That looks delicious as well. I know it looks kind of gross, but to me, I've had this before. It looks good and it smells like heaven. I think there's caramel in the middle as well. We love that. So this box got a little soggy. Let's see what's in it. Ooh. Oh, the tamale. Oh my God, that looks so good. That is a very pretty looking tamale. I love that. That looks so good. Next up we have, ooh, a whole lot of tortilla chips. More like hurricane tortilla. So we love that. Is the salsa in there or is it separate? I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, here they are. So we have the guacamole that I ordered. It looks very good. It looks a little watery actually. There's some like wateriness in there, but it might just be lime. I'm a guacamole stan, so I'm ready for that. We got a whole lot of salsa. Delicious. So far, I am impressed with everything. Maybe I'm just a positive person, which I am. I can't help it if I'm happy. Now this is, this is the El Pastor Tacos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think El Pastor means pork. These are like authentic Mexican tacos, right? It's like when it's like mostly meat, onion, cilantro, and lime on top, that's it, and a corn tortilla. They smell really, really, really good. Oh, this box is destroyed. Oh, This was my ass when I was a teenager after I was sitting on a church pew trying to become straight all my life. Oh my God, this is the Chimichanga with the refried beans and the Mexican rice. I can't wait to try all 3 items. The Chimichanga is completely covered in sauce. That looks delicious. Wow, it's so heavy. Now let's see what this is. Oh, the cheese quesadilla, y'all. So this was on their appetizer menu. It's pretty big, I must say. I'm gonna tell y'all all the prices as this video goes on, but this is a good size. And it comes with a big blob of guacamole and sour cream. Looks great. Okay, so this is the burger and fries. This is a pretty big sized burger. It looks like a Whopper actually, like a lot. I don't think it's a Whopper, but it really looks like one. To be honest, it doesn't smell that great. It smells like old bread. Okay, so this looks decent. Not soggy or anything, that's good. And then we have the fries here, which look like normal, typical fries. Looks pretty good. Last but not least, I think these are the enchiladas. Ooh, they smell like strong. Oh, I don't know if I like that. So these are the enchiladas with more refried beans and rice. I don't like the smell. I don't know, guys. I'm scared of that one. I think they got the order completely right. I'm so happy. So far, service is good. They didn't miss anything, so we're snatched. I'm excited to try it all though, because if it is the worst reviewed Mexican restaurant in my city, there must be something going on, right? So we'll see. I'm gonna quickly set the food up, get my thumbnail, get some close-up shots of the food for y'all for your enjoyment, and then we will start taste testing everything. Okay, so let's start with an appetizer, okay? Let's do the chips and salsa.
Fat cheeks in your face, in your mouth. Not gonna shake my fist.
Y'all, salsa and chips is like my favorite thing in the world. I could eat a whole bag of like those hint of lime tortilla chips with like a whole bottle of paste salsa. I love paste salsa. I think it's the best salsa. And because I love it so much, I'm always very judgmental of it. Like if it has too much cilantro, that's a deal breaker. It's like, girl, you can only have a hint. She cannot be the main bitch. The main bitch is the tomato. My people. It has to be slightly sour. From the lime, and it just has to taste real fresh and with a hint of spice from jalapenos. So let's shove this in our gaping mouth holes, okay? That is actually very good. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay, so it is very limey, a little bit too limey, but it's not a big deal. I love lime. It has a hint of spice, just the way I like it, not too spicy, and a tiny background cilantro flavor. It is not overpowering, it's perfect. This is actually delicious. This also does not deserve to be at the worst reviewed Mexican restaurant in my area. It does not deserve it. While we have the chips out, might as well try the guac, right?
You gonna feel it miles away, but bitch, don't try to run.
So I know 5 minutes ago I said I was obsessed with chips and salsa, but I'm also just as obsessed with chips and guacamole. Guys, I love guacamole so much. I could live off of it. It's so good. Avocados by themselves are not my thing unless it's like in a salad or a sandwich. Just eating them like that. I don't know how those vegans do it when they just put some salt and pepper on it. Like, what are you doing? Y'all need to find the Lord Jesus Christ. He knows some good guac, okay? Let's smell it. It does not smell good. How do I even describe that? It smells like guacamole mixed with grape jelly. I don't know why. That sniff better have been misleading as hell, because I don't want to taste some grape jelly guacamole. Let's try it. See, now that flavor is a little too bare for me actually. At first I was like, what am I eating? This tastes just like avocados mashed up with nothing else in it. But then I did get a hint of like garlickiness, just a hint. It's just very plain. I've had much better guacamole. The good thing is that it is kind of chunky, so it does feel fresh, but the flavor is just not there. And when you're having guacamole, it needs to have some flavor, you know? It just needs it. So, meh. By the way, at the end of the video, of course, I'm gonna rank every item from worst to best. Next up, let's try that quesadilla.
There's a big fat crack, but it ain't in the earth. My anus hole is gun.
Oh yes, by the way, the prices of the dips, I didn't tell y'all. This little thing of guacamole was $1.50. So I think that's a pretty normal price for guac, okay? And then the chips and salsa together was $3. I think that's pretty normal as well. So those are both fair prices. Now this cheese quesadilla without meat was $9. I do think that if it doesn't have meat, it should be maybe like $6 or $7. But then again, it is pretty big. So yes, it is lukewarm. The cheese has hardened completely, which I like it like that. I don't know about y'all, but I do. It is like a white cheese. It might be Monterey Jack. Is that what it's called? Or is it that one? I'm gonna first try it by itself and then I'll try it with the dips. Mmm. 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 That is actually so good. The cheese is so salty in a good way. And they put tons of it in it. It's like a thick layer of cheese. The tortilla tastes very good, very fresh, nice and crispy. I have nothing bad to say. That is a good, simple cheese quesadilla. It doesn't need sauces, honestly. It doesn't need meat. It's just cheese, but it's good cheese, you know? But now let's try it with the guacamole and then the sour cream. That plain ass guacamole. It's definitely better without the guac. Does not need that green Shrek ass juice. Okay, we don't need that. Let's try it with the sour cream. It's great with the sour cream. It's just like refreshing, creamy, cow tittiness, you know? Very good, but I do think that the quesadilla is just the best on its own. I'm very impressed with this quesadilla. So far, so good, y'all. Nothing gross yet. Wow, okay. Next up, let's try the tamale. Oh, y'all, that smells good.
Open up and swallow your turd. Spark it, pop it, anus, drop it.
The tamale was $4. I think that's pretty fair. It might look small, but tamales are heavy and dense. If you've never had them and you've lived on mayonnaise your whole life like a white person does, tamales are basically like a corn maize paste type of thing, right? Maize, is that the right word? You get to turn it into like a paste and then they fill it with either meat or cheese or peppers or things like that. And then they either steam it or just cook it in different ways, I think. So what is this one filled with? It does not specify on the menu. I see little pieces of like maybe ham. This actually looks a lot like a Cuban tamale, which is confusing because this is a Mexican restaurant. But it looks like a Cuban one. That's how they look. And it has lots of onions on the side. Let's try this, guys. Let me just say, tamales are delicious. They're so good. Is this the best tamale ever? No, it does not have the most flavor. It does have a good texture though, but it could use a lot more salt or something. But because tamales are so good, this is still good food to me. It's just not the best tamale I've ever had. But damn, if y'all have not had a tamale, go get one as soon as possible. They're iconic, they're so good. The texture, the flavor. Next up, let's do a dessert. Let's do the chocolate cake, y'all.
Ass cheek earthquake. Flip it, asshole clap it, ass cheek earthquake.
So like I said before, this looks incredible. The presentation is on point. Besides it getting squished a bit, that's fine. The cake is like circular. It looks very moist. I think it's caramel in the middle. It was about $5, I think. And this just doesn't look like something from a restaurant that is the worst rated in the area. You know what I mean? It just doesn't look like gross. It looks actually fancy. So I am gonna get a nice big bite. Oh, that is a moist texture, guys. Oh, I just queefed. So I have some of that caramel here. I have both chocolate layers. I have some frosting here. Let's try this, guys. Oh my god. Chocolate cake can't really be bad, but there are less good chocolate cakes, you know, like less moist ones, less flavor. This is one of the best I've had so many chocolate cakes in my life, by the way. The texture of the cake is so moist and almost wet. It's so good. The flavor is very chocolatey, but it also has a hint of almond extract, so it has that cherryish flavor also. So like that pushes it to like another level. But the best thing to me is that caramel in the middle. I've never seen someone put caramel with a chocolate cake. It works so well. This is incredible. This is groundbreaking. This is never the same. Eat it, vomit it, caca on it. It's delicious. You are gonna be ranked very high, my friend. Next up, let's do the enchiladas.
Earthquake. Hit it, shit it, butthole sniff it, ass cheek, earthquake.
So these are cheese enchiladas. The whole thing for the rice, the beans, and the enchiladas was $14, which I think is a normal price for a full Mexican meal, you know? It's apparently covered in mild tomato sauce and melted cheese. And then there's cheese inside of it as well. So I hope it's like a cheese sauce inside and not just more cheese, because that would just be a lot of cheese. I love enchiladas. I don't get them often at places because I find that sometimes the portion is kind of small, and when I'm at a Mexican restaurant, I like to fill up, okay? This portion is decent, but still, I don't think it's as big as like a burrito, which would really fill me, you know? I'm a pig, okay? I'll see that cheese in there. It looks more just like melted cheese, but that's okay. They're good. I'm not blown away. The corn tortilla is very soft and very moist, which I appreciate, but it's not soggy. The cheese inside does work very well. It is that same nice salty cheese that the quesadillas had in them. But the one thing that's kind of to me is the sauce. It's good. It's just a little on the sweet side. If it was more on the spicy side, I think like I'll be blown away. But the sweetness just kind of takes the dish to another place that I wasn't sure I wanted to visit. You get me? Definitely not bad, not too sweet, but it is distracting. I don't know. So anyways, while we're here, let's try the Mexican rice.
Wet it, pet it, ass can get it, ass cheek, earthquake.
So I'm a big fan of Mexican rice and of Spanish rice also. Just any kind of rice, I'm here for it. I even like brown rice now. I used to hate it, but now that I'm more of a healthier bitch, I've gotten used to it, and now I sometimes crave it. I crave you. That's a Pennywise quote. I crave you. I do see little pieces of corn, some green either bell peppers or like chili peppers. It smells good. It smells like Mexican rice, which we stand. Oh, okay. Let's try this Mexican rice, guys. That's good. It's damn good. It's the perfect Mexican rice. That is an A+. That's so good. It's not too strong. It has a very slight tomatoey flavor, slight garlic flavor, but it still just tastes like a good, simple rice that could go with any dish very well. So I'm so impressed by this. I would totally order this 100 times again. It's just the perfect Mexican rice. Now, do I love the corn in it? No, because I don't like corn in things that aren't corn based. Does that make sense? Like, for example, I love it in cornbread, but I don't like corn in soup. I'm not crazy, I don't know. Once again, while we're here, we might as well try the refried beans. I stan refried beans, especially like when they're from like an actual nice restaurant. These ones, for example, look like really good, real refried beans. They're almost like stretchy. We love that. Now, canned refried beans, I'll eat them on like a burrito or a taco, but by themselves, no. This kind, I could eat a whole bucket by itself. So let's see how these beans are. These are the exact kind of refried beans that I love so much. They're very salty in a good way, not too salty. You can taste kind of like the fat in them, if that makes sense, like deliciousness. They're just delicious, guys. So good. Wow. This place is kind of blowing me away. I'm kind of shook. What is going on? I did not expect this at all. We have a few items left. The chimichanga, the tacos, the tres leches, the fries, and the burger. Next up, let's do the burger and fries. Why not?
In my face, ass cheek earthquake, ass cheek earthquake. Fork it in my face.
Okay, so this whole meal was $10, which I think is a good price for burger and fries at a sit-down place, right? So this burger does have a patty that looks like a very store-bought kind of perfectly shaped patty, you know? It does not look like they just used some ground beef there and just smashed it together, right? And then I see some American cheese, some lettuce, and some tomato. There is no mustard, no mayonnaise, no ketchup, no nothing like that. So I'm just gonna try it the way it is served. That is a very sad burger. Have y'all seen Inside Out? This burger is that sad little blue bitch, okay? The meat patty tastes so processed. It has absolutely no meat flavor. It just tastes like you're chewing nothing. The bun is very meh. It's a bun, meh. And the toppings suck. So this is the first thing in this whole video that I've hated. I think it's like one of the worst burgers I've had, but still not that bad because it's a burger, but out of all burgers, it's not a good one. Let's try these fries though. I'm gonna try them without ketchup because if it's a good fry, it should not need ketchup, okay? Mmm. 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 Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, this is disgusting. What? I did not know that bad French fries existed. Now I know that they do. I can confidently say that that is the worst French fry I've had in my life. They look good, they look decent, but y'all looks can be deceiving. Look at me. I look like a nice Christian woman, I'm a whore. These taste like old cooking oil. I don't even taste any potato. It's like old cooking oil in chewable form. That's what they taste like. Crusty ass oil that has fried chickens and fishes and asses. Just the most gross oil flavor. I can't, but the texture is great, but horrible flavor. And I felt a coating of oil on my lips afterwards. It might be like nourishing, but I don't want that on my lips, bitch. I'll take some EOS. Oh, good Lord, good Lord. Okay, we have only 3 items left. The tacos, the chimichanga, and the cuatro leche. So let's do the tacos, guys.
You might look really hot, you might look like shit, but girlfriend anyone.
So these El Pastor tacos were $10. Now, that might sound pricey because they are kind of small, but this is like all brown. What is that? Wait. They are small, like I was saying, but they are completely filled with meat. And meat is always the priciest thing on the menu. So I understand why they are $10. That's just how it has to be. Can y'all even see my head? I have to fix the camera. I have lime hands right now. Sorry. I'll fix it soon. This is like the only way that I actually like cilantro is on these kinds of tacos. And you cannot have these kinds of tacos without lime. They need lime. It's just iconic. So let's try this El Pastor taco, guys. Mmm. 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 Hmm. Hmm. Mmm. That was a roller coaster of flavors and emotions and taste buds. So at first, I didn't like it. No, wait. At first I liked it, and then I didn't like it. And then I liked it again as I was chewing, and then I didn't like it again. And then at the very end, I liked it again. I could not tell if the pork had just been cooked with so many spices that it just turned into like a processed flavor, or if it was actually like processed pork. I just couldn't tell how authentic it was. Do you get me? There was so much going on. I was like, is this pork? The texture was like so cooked that it was soft. So, I don't know. I kind of like that, but I also kind of didn't. It's very hard to explain. They're good, but also not good, but they're good. I don't know. Anyways, next up, let's try this cuatro leche.
Can twerk as long as they believe it. Your ass will not be so small in my.
So like I said before, if you have not had tres leches or cuatro leches, it is a cake that has been soaked with different kinds of milk, and it just turns delicious and sweet, and it's very soggy, but it's meant to be soggy. You get me? There is caramel in the middle of this. Does it go all the way into the cake? No, just to the top. Okay, so it's like a little topping. That's nice. Got some whipped cream. Let's dive in, guys. Ooh, look at that texture. Do you see that? Or is it too white? Can you see that? I don't know. Let's get some of this caramel and whipped cream. Okay, let's try this. Mmm. Oh my God, that is so good. Like delicious. I wouldn't say that's the best tres leches I've ever had, but it tastes just as good as any one that I've ever had, you know? Very moist, but not soggy at all. The milk is perfectly distributed. It's perfect. If you have not had tres leche or cuatro leche, go get it right now. Last but not least, it's time to try the chimichanga.
But bitch, your asshole don't matter. Just make them butt cheeks look better.
So this mamacita is huge. This full meal was, I think, $14. I am gonna cut it with a knife because I can't pick that up. It's covered in sauce. I think I got the steak kind. There were some different options though. I think there was chicken beef and steak. I chose steak because I was like, why not? Oh wow, okay. So, can y'all see that? I see a whole lot of meat and cheese and not, oh my, I almost choked on my own spit. And not much else. Let me see this side of it. Maybe it has more stuff on this side. Come on. No, I just see meat and cheese. Is there just meat and cheese in this? What in the Lord's name? Is that normal? I don't know. It's very dry because it's just meat inside. So I'm just gonna grab some of this meat with this tortilla and I'm just gonna try it. Oh, that gave me shivers in my JJ hole. I cannot. I don't know what kind of oil they're using at this place. That might be their main issue because the fries had the same flavor. This whole chimichanga just tasted like gross old oil. Listen, I lived in Kenya for like a year and a half when I was like 11. And no shade to Kenya at all, but their oil that they used to fry things in did have a very specific flavor. I don't know what kind it was, but it's bringing me back to that oil. It's very strong and it really does take over everything it fries, you know? The meat inside, I did not like. The steak just feels like low quality steak. Not good at all. This chimichanga is not it, okay? Anyways, now it is time to rank all the items from worst to best. So let's do that, girl. So in last place, the worst item, in my opinion, was shockingly the French fries. The French fries were so bad that it shocked me. I truly could not. So disgusting. And then we got the burger. It was also bad, and they're on the same plate, so they're the last ones. Then next up we have the chimichanga. I truly did not like it at all. Super icky, super gross, cannot. We don't know it, okay? Next up we have the guacamole. It wasn't bad. It was decent, but just not enough flavor. Now, honestly, all the rest of the items were pretty good. Actually, like mostly very good. So I'm so impressed with this place. Honestly, like, girl, I don't know how this is the worst reviewed. Maybe because of their oil, I don't know, but I don't know how it is. Then we got the El Pastor tacos. They were meh, but also good. They were, I don't even know. They were just decent. And then we have the enchiladas, not including the beans and rice. Those were both amazing, so. And then we got the quesadilla. So good. And then the tamale, amazing. And then the salsa, so good. Now y'all, the final two are the two desserts that I got. They were both incredible. So good, but I'm gonna have to say, I think the winner is the chocolate cake. It is like the best chocolate cake I've ever had. It's incredible. And then the tres leches. So that is my lineup, guys. I hope that you loved this video. It was so much fun to make. Let me know if I should try other worst reviewed restaurants and which kinds, like pizza, Asian, whatever your heart's desire, okay? Go watch my last video. Also, I tried Subway's whole breakfast menu. Ooh, guys, it was a little tender, okay? I'll see you next video. I love you so much. Ooh.